Oh, the sun is shining on Chad this morning. We're getting some bright light.
Yep.
And we are someplace we have never been before, and we're headed out on a 4-day trip. Starting off with a place called, some people refer to it as the Wedge. Some people refer to it as, what is it? Little Grand Canyon.
Grand Canyon.
Little
yeah.
Grand Canyon. And I guess the Wedge is a place that overlooks the Little Grand Canyon. Never been there before, excited to see it. How excited are you, Chad?
Well, real excited. We just went by a bunch of llamas.
Oh, did we?
Yeah,
Missed the llamas, darn it. Oh well. Anyway, so today, this morning to the Wedge, this afternoon, what?
Well, we're going to work our way back on this dirt road from the Wedge, and I think there's some real good scenic possibilities. I think I'm going to get some good drone shots and pictures. Then we're off to Torrey.
Yeah. Now we're into about our 3rd day of spring. So just barely into spring. So it's still kind of cool in the mornings and stuff, but it's supposed to be, what, up into the upper 60s in the afternoon, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I think the temperature's really close to what we have up there.
Yeah. Sadly, we don't see any clouds out there right now. For good epic photographs, you like to see a few clouds, but I don't see any clouds. But we'll see what we can get without them, and just enjoy the trip. That's the main thing, is see some new things, enjoy the trip. So right now we're on Utah Highway 155, south and west of Price, on our way to the Wedge. Roll that intro. All right, we have made it to the Wedge. Now we left Chad's house this morning at 4:18, and on the way down we stopped for gas in Price. We went over and got us a little Mickey D's breakfast, some breakfast burritos, and we've stopped a couple of times to make adjustments and things like that, and we arrived here at 8:18, so it took us exactly 4 hours. Obviously, that's from Chad's house, so unless you start from Chad's house, that 4 hours isn't gonna tell you much, but interesting. So here is the Wedge. Now, to be honest with you, I think I would rather come in the evening as the sun is going down, and you get that late sun colors, and you get the different shadows. But you know what? This isn't bad at all. So I think we'll take the drone up and take a good look at it. And then we're going to drive up the road here a little bit and see what it looks like up that way. Get the drones out and get a little flying in. Have a little fun, huh? Takes a minute to get connected. Home point updated. All right. Where are you? maybe take a little stroll along the edge here. We got a couple of puppy dogs out here with their family and quite a few people. Some people down here doing a group photo, it looks like. So a lot of people enjoying the Wedge. It's an easy drive out. You could drive out here in a Prius or, you know, almost anything. It's not a problem at all. And now this is late March, as I mentioned earlier, just after the first few days of spring, and it's busy already, so you can imagine what it's going to be like in the summertime, besides being hot. So, beautiful area. Worth the trip, I think. Looks like somebody's going to have a good time. Here you got a 4-passenger and only one guy. Gosh. Your driving scares them too bad, huh? Nice outfits. Yeah. Have fun. Drive careful. He's excited. Well, where we stopped before, we thought was the Wedge Overlook. But it turns out that this, which is about a half a mile further down that same trail, is the true Wedge, the Wedge. Oh, there is some water down there, isn't there? I don't know if you can see it in this camera or view, but it's way down there. And this is beautiful. It's beautiful. Yeah, it would be really nice to be here in the evening, or, you know, an hour before sunset and down till sunset. Be a beautiful, beautiful thing. Glad we came here. I'm glad that we came down and saw the Wedge and Utah's Little Grand Canyon.
Oh, my hooked up?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's too bad.
What's too bad?
I'm hooked up.
Well, let's hear from you. I mean, what did you think? Was it worth the trip?
Oh, yeah. Well, this is just the beginning of the trip.
Just the beginning, yeah. We're starting off, I think, on a very positive note.
This is not even an appetizer. This is pre-appetizer almost.
Yeah.
With what's to come.
Yep. It's a beauty. So, farewell to Utah's Little Grand Canyon. We may have to sometime make a trip here when it's towards sunset. I think it'd be even more beautiful. Came up a little bit of some slick rock and stuff, but not too bad for the world's oldest vlogger. Now here's some rocks around it. How big is it? Well, there's my shoe in it. So and then here's another one with some rocks. I can't tell if that's even a dinosaur track there. See this big one, kind of moisture around it. Let's see if I stick my hand. Okay, so there's my hand in comparison to it. That's probably a few years old, huh? Pretty cool. We come here to look at these pictographs. Now this has got the lights shining across it from the sun, so it makes it kind of hard to get photographed. But above us is some pretty cool pictographs, and it's right next to the street. There's hardly any walking at all, and we get to see what some of the ancient Indian were. These are beautiful, beautiful. These are some of the, and I've seen a lot of pictographs, and here's some that are almost faded out. Boy, you got to look hard to see these. This one up here, I'm thinking, is a snake bite, but that's just me. What do I know? Oh, this says snakes are seen many times on the rock face, according to this sign. So it was pretty obvious what it was. All right, here is the San Rafael Bridge, and next to it is the historic San Rafael Suspension Bridge. We'll go talk about that for a minute. Sorry, this is in the shadow side, but apparently this bridge is kind of famous. I don't know, I guess it was finished in 1937 on April Fool's Day. But it wasn't dedicated until April 24th by the governor. The governor came down to do this bridge. And here it is. And it is considered a historic site. This was built by the Conservation Corps back in those times during the Depression, when the government was putting everybody to work. So, and of course, you can't drive across it anymore. Well, we found a real pretty area here. Happens to be down in a wash, so we're hoping and praying there's no flash floods while we're here. Of course, there hasn't been any storms or rain for a long time. But anyway, let's get the drones out and take a look at this. This is kind of pretty. We arrived this morning at 8:18 and had a couple of hours of good times, and then went down into the Buckhorn Draw to really, we thought we were heading back to Hanksville. But as we got closer and it was getting later, and we thought, well, you know what? We could do that evening, or as the sun goes down shots tonight, and go to the other places another time if we even get a chance to go to those other places. So here we are again. Chad busy over here taking shots.
That's what it's about.
That's what it's about. So we're going to enjoy watching the sun go down. It's still got a couple hours before it's really late, but hey, we're in the area and it's such a beautiful place to get these shots. So we're going to do it.
I'm doing it.
Ooh, the sun is behind the mountain and we are headed towards Bicknell, where we're staying the night. And did you feel like today was worth it?
Had a good time.
There's a bunch of deer out there in that field. Did you get, there's a skunk, somebody got him a skunk. Did you feel like you got some good shots?
Yeah, I really do, but like I always say, you get home and you think you got these fantastic shots and you put them up on the screen, you say, what a bunch of duds. But I think I got good ones.
You know, I figure if I get one or two what I would call really good photographs in a day, I'm pretty happy. And especially now, if I get one or two this whole trip, I'll be happy, because mostly now I do video. So,
yeah.
But I thought it was, you know, it would have been wonderful to have some clouds, but almost no wind. We got to fly some exciting, fun places. So I'm looking forward to when I get home, settled in, I can sit down and watch, see what we got.
We're going by a power plant, and
Yeah.
it doesn't, its dimensions seem a little out of kilter to me. That's just,
Anyway, so end of day one. Thanks for joining with us for day one.
well, do you want to tell them where we're at?
Where are we at? We just left Castledale,
Yeah.
on our way to Bicknell.
Yeah.
So
That's where we're at.
All
That's
right.
where we're going.
that's where we are. That's where we're going. Enjoy.
And what do you say?
Join us tomorrow. I don't say anything.
Oh,
well,
okay.
if I'm ending the video, I might. So we could say,
Just
keep on keeping on.
say-